Welcome back, IP1. I hope that you are doing great. So, welcome back to our class. I hope you've been doing your homework and that you are staying safe with family and you are very healthy. Okay, so today we are talking about keyboard and mouse skills. This is our second lesson talking about keyboard and mouse. We are just continuing what we have talked about last class. All right. This is our lesson 12 together. I hope you are ready to learn today. Let's go. Okay. Keyboard. So, do you remember our keyboard? We were talking about control key. We are not done with the control key functions yet. Control key has many functions that we have to learn about more. So let's continue. Control P, okay? So what does control P do in Microsoft Word, in PowerPoint, or even some other programs? If you press Control P, so what you have to do is you press and hold Control and press P. Okay, so press and hold Control and press P. And for if you are a Mac user, so Apple products, you have instead of Control, you have to press and hold Command. Okay, so let's continue. What does Control and P do? So pressing Control P, you will get to print. It helps you to print. It opens up a window that makes you print. So on your keyboard, you have to press and hold Control and press P. All right, Control P, Control P. Next, we have Control A, Control A. What does Control A do? What it does is basically you can select everything on the page. You can select everything on the page. So this works obviously in Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, or any other program that you have to do this. You can select. So it helps you to select everything on the page that you see. You can use it to select everything in the program. So this is your keyboard. You have to, what you have to do, can you tell me? Press and hold Control, and then press A. Okay, so let's try it. Control P first. If I press Control and P, this is what I get. Okay, so when I press Control P in Microsoft PowerPoint, I can choose the printer. I can choose how many copies I want, how many prints I want, what size of the paper it should be, and if I want all 29 slides. So I have 29 slides in my PowerPoint. So it's asking, should I print everything or just from what page? 1 to 29, 1 to 8. How many pages do you want? Or do you want to select the slides or custom range? Or so it's the settings about the printing. Okay. Next that we talked about Control A is, so if I press Control and A, you can see I selected all the slides here. So all my slides are selected, but if I click on the screen, so I just click on the screen and Control A, I selected everything on the page. So I can delete it or not. All right, so one more time. If I select the slide, click on the slide and Control A, I can select all the things in this page or in this slide. Next, we have Ctrl S. Ctrl S. Ctrl S, what it does is it helps you to save your file. It helps you to save your file. It's a fast way to save. So you press and hold Ctrl and press S. So this is the shortcut on your keyboard that you can save. You can save the file that you have, which works obviously in Word and PowerPoint. Next control key, we have Ctrl F. So you have to press and hold Control and also press F. So F stands for find. So when you think about F, you try to remember find, all right? You can use this to find words, or words in your writing, okay? So this is your keyboard. You press and hold Control and press F. So let me show you how it works. I press Control F. You will see a small thing up there. Let me have the laser on. Okay, so you have this one up here. So once I press Control F, I will see this up here. Now, let me search for a word. Let me search for control. Once I search control, I can see that it highlights the word control for me. So you can see here, this is the word control. And also you can see I used the word control 23 times in this slide. So if I click next, back and next, I can go through all the 23. So I just click and it goes to the last one that I used control, or I click next, it goes to the next one. Okay. So this is Control F can be very useful when you are using like a PowerPoint or even Microsoft Word, or even you are reading a document or some website or whatever, and anywhere you can use Control F anywhere you want. So it can help you find what you are looking for faster. If you already know what you want, for example, you are looking for the word keyboard, you just press and hold Control and press F, and you can find it, find the word you are looking for. Next shortcut is Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. The same, you press and hold Control and press Z. You can use this to go back or undo your action. So maybe I Control A and delete this page by accident. I didn't want to delete, but by accident, I deleted this page. What I can do is Control Z. So I hold Control and press Z, and everything comes back, you see? So Control Z. Imagine I delete by accident and oh no, everything's gone. No, it's not. It is, but you can bring it back. So you just press Control Z and everything comes back. So this can help you a lot when you delete something by accident or you do something wrong and you want to go back. So it's like a undo. Next control key, we have Control X. Control X. So what does Control X do is the use is similar. So you just press and hold Control and press X. And what this does is first it delete. So what it basically does, it can delete and copy what you have deleted, and you can paste in another place. Okay, so the same, you hold and press Control and press X to copy it somewhere else. All right, so let me show you. Let's say I have a new empty slide. This is an empty slide. This is an empty slide. All right, I want this picture in the next one, but I don't want it in this slide anymore. Okay, so basically I want to delete from this slide. So I want to delete this keyboard picture from slide number 7, but I want to have it in slide number 8 because slide number 8 is very empty. So I press and hold Control and press X. So it deletes. You see, it's gone. It's deleted from slide number 7. Now I want to go to slide number 8 and I want to copy it here. I want it here. What I do is I press Control and I press and hold Control and press V. I press V. So it pastes my picture in the next slide. All right. And let's say I don't want it anymore. So I just do the same, Control Z. It goes back to the way it was. Okay. So this can be very useful and helps you to use your keyboard and helps you to be faster in anything you do. Next, we have Control C. That is, I'm sure most of you know it. I hope most of you know it. And basically, this is what helps you to copy some information. All right. This is what helps you to copy. For example, it can copy what you have written and paste it in another place. Let me show you. So I press and hold Control and press C. All right. Let's say I want it here, up here. So all I do is press and hold Control and press V. So I have the text right here and I can adjust it wherever I want, right? So Control C can help you copy. Control X can help you copy and delete. Next, we are talking about Control V. I have told you already. Control V is basically helping you to paste what you have copied. So always Control C and Control V come together. You cannot have only one. You need to use both if you want it to be useful. So Control V, it can basically paste what you have copied and paste it in another place. So the same, you press and hold Control and press V. Okay, so remember, I can press and hold Control and press C, and then press and hold Control and press V. Once I do that, I will have another text box like this, and I can move it anywhere I want. So Control and V come always together. Next, we have Ctrl B. Ctrl B helps you to bold. So if you want a text to be more thicker, to be to look stronger, to look darker, you can use Ctrl B. Just like this picture, this text, you see I write down bold, and I used Ctrl B to make it bold. Okay, so I just select the text and select Control and B. So it's not thick anymore. The line of the text is not bold anymore. It's not thick anymore. But if I select again and I do the same, Control B, you see it's very thick now, just as before. So Control B helps you to have thicker text. Maybe you want to, and it's a shortcut, obviously. It helps you to be faster, and it helps to be more obvious about the text or some important words that you want to show. You can bold it just like this. Next, we have Control N, which is to create a new document. So N stands for new. So just press and hold Control N and press N, which helps you to create a new document in Word or Microsoft PowerPoint or some other programs. So most programs, the functions act the same. So it acts the same way and do the same things. So all the shortcuts that I have taught you, I mostly explained about Microsoft Word and PowerPoint, but most of these shortcuts on your keyboard can be used on other programs or even the browsers. Some may not, but most can. However, some might be different. So as I told you, some might be different, but most you can use in every program or every browser. So now, some of you might have this, some of you won't. So Windows key. It might look different on your keyboard, but it looks like the Windows logo. So the Windows key, it's useful for opening your start menu and searching for a file or a program. So for the Windows logo, it's usually on the keyboard for Windows users. For iOS users or Apple product users, you don't have this because you are using iOS program. iOS software for Mac, right? But if you have a normal PC that works with Windows, you will have this on your keyboard, and it can be a good shortcut for you to go to the start window and start searching for a program or a picture or a folder or a file, so you can open it up. And usually we have two, one on the left and one on the right, for the Windows icon or Windows key. So the home key will take you at the beginning of the line. If you press the home key, if you have it on your keyboard, some of your keyboards might not have this. If you press the home key, it will take you to the beginning of the line in Word, Microsoft Word or some other programs. If you press Control Home key, it will take you to the beginning of the document. So you press Control Home key, it will take you to the beginning of the documents. Delete key. The delete key, it can delete. You might not have this again on your keyboard, but if you do, you can check it out. Delete key can help you to delete a picture or file or anything you want to delete. End key takes you to the end of the line. So end key takes you to the end of the line. And Control end key takes you to the end of the document. So Control end key takes you to the end of the document. Page down key. It scrolls down the page. So using page down key, you can scroll down the page. Again, these shortcuts you might not have on your keyboard, so it's okay if you don't. If you do, you can try it out. Check if it works for your program or not. It might not work, so don't worry. Maybe it's not set on your computer, because these shortcuts sometimes have to be preset. So beforehand, you have to set it inside. Page up key will scroll your page up. So page up key. Clicking. Now let's talk about the mouse. So the mouse is much simpler compared to the keyboard. The keyboard is very useful, has a lot of shortcuts, and of course you can use your mouse to do almost the same, but it will take you a longer process. So if you use your keyboard, it's much faster. So always try to have your hands on the keyboard. So clicking on the left side, we call it clicking. So one single click and release is called click. So one click is called click. So if I tell you click, it means just one time left click. I will not tell left click. So if I say click, it means left click. So it means this one, you press this button, left click. Click and drag. This is another word that we use, which when you click something and hold the left side down and drag your mouse, you have to move your mouse. So drag your mouse means move your mouse. Drag your mouse means move your mouse. And then release, so let go. So you drag and then you let go. All right, so you have to press the left side and hold it, press and hold it, and then move your mouse, and then you can drop and drag somewhere else. So, but for this, you have to select something, obviously. So for example, you have to select a folder. So you press and hold on a folder and you can drag it and move it. Next, we have double clicking, which is 2 repeated clicks very fast to select folders and open. So for opening folders, you can go on the folder and double click on it using the left one, okay? Don't forget, if I say click or double click, means using the left button, okay, on your mouse. Next, we have scroll wheel to scroll up or scroll down, which goes up and down on your page. So you can use this scroller to go up or go down. So you can go up and down in your slide or in your Microsoft Word, or even in your browser. You can use this to help you. Scroll wheel is when you click it down or press your scroll wheel. If your mouse has the function, if you push the scroller on the link, it can open it in a new tab, okay? So this might not work for all of you, but if you press and hold the scroller, it can help you to open a link for the website. If you press and hold on it, it can help you to open the link in a new tab. Next, we have right click to open submenus and have more options. Okay, so if I click right, so don't forget, if I say click means left click, and if I say right click, it means the right one. Okay, for left, I will not say left click. All right, so right click means when I say right click, you will right click on a folder or anything, and then it will give you many options to choose from what you want to do. So you can delete, duplicate, new slide, or whatever, any option that you have. All right, let's get to the homework. So for the homework, I want you to practice the keyboard and the mouse, practice all the options for the control key, learn how to use all the topics we have talked about, and upload only one photo of yourself and that you are practicing the different functions and the keyboard. Okay, so I just want to see a picture of you behind the computer practicing what we have learned today. I want you to practice the shortcuts on your keyboard and practice using your mouse again. And that's it. Just take a picture of yourself. Just want to prove to me that you are practicing what we are learning today. So that's all for today. This homework is for 23rd of September on Thursday. So please don't be late. Just send a picture and upload on e-learning platform and upload there, and just make sure that I can see that you are behind the computer and practicing the keyboard and every shortcut that we have learned so far. That's all for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. I hope you are taking care of yourself. Stay safe and see you next week. Bye-bye.